welcome to Beyond the Blog. I'm Cindy Zeiss, and today's session is working it with article marketing. And just to back up just a second, I want to let you know what Beyond the Blog is about. And it really is about making sure that we understand that SEO, or search engine optimization, not just happens in the blog. We certainly want to create our links and all that stuff that we do in there. But we need to reach out and understand that SEO is out beyond those blog walls, and there are avenues that we need to take to optimize, not just our sites or websites or blogs, but to optimize our business, to optimize us, to get us out there. So that's really what I want to get to the bottom of with this series. The little surfer girl down on the corner, my little Hurricane Earl Facebook girl, I have that down there because I also want to make sure that we keep in the background and make sure that we keep in our game plan or our mindset that marketing itself isn't, we want to get out of the brain. We want to make sure that we're not just, thinking about keywords all the time and what is the competition and what words are better. No, we don't want, yes, that's important. I teach that. It's in my videos. I work with that myself. But certainly what I want to understand, and the reason I use the surfer analogy is, the wave itself is the social buzz. It's the emotional ebb and flow of the people out there. It's how people are responding. That's what we want to catch. All right, that's what we want to catch. We want to be able to feel that and look for the essence of that. And through all of my teaching, I want to make sure that we kind of get to that. The board itself, okay, that's for today. That's our article. Okay, it's whatever avenue we're taking in order to catch that wave. So, again, I want you to be able to feel that. I want you to walk through your day, whether it's on the internet or offline out on the street, is just to be able to get a feel for what the buzz is and get your board out, whichever board you use. For me, it's article marketing and video marketing. Love those two avenues. I think they're just super, and wax it up and get going. So with no further ado, let's go out to the internet and we'll take a look at the wave that I want to talk about today. Okay, so here we are, November 25th. Okay, today is December 7th. So November 25th, the New York Times Magazine came out with an article about Olga Kotelko, which is a 91-year-old track star. Wow. Very appealing. I have to tell you, I don't read the newspapers. I don't watch the news. It's just not who I am. It's not what I do, for very specific reasons of my own. But what I do, again, because I go out there and I want to get the feel of what people are doing, people bring things to you. So through my social networks, my Facebook, my Twitter, people talking about it offline, I started seeing all these links and stuff appearing to this article. I'm like, wow, what is this? Anytime you see a whole bunch of something come up, that it's something that people are buzzing about. So I clicked on and I read the article. I'm like, wow, this is really, really something. And again, and I had some of my friends talking about it. I was like, I was very inspired. I think she's an incredible woman. Certainly, in my 90s. Heck, I want to be doing this stuff when I'm in my 60s and my 70s. So it was a very inspiring article, very heartfelt article, and a very emotional article. And that's where I started feeling that wave. It's like, wow, this feels like a good wave. Now, if we get locked into the brain thing of, how does it play? Out here, if I just got locked into, let me go in here and see what the searches are, and I'm going to tell you that Olga Kotelko, Olga, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, for searches, it's not something that I would tell people to get excited about, and, so that in and of itself, wouldn't be the wave, but the wave, that's why I want to say that sometimes we need to get out of that stuff. And we got to go with our gut and go, this feels good. This feels like an up-and-coming wave. And even, if she's not being searched now, she's starting to be searched. People are getting the buzz, and absolutely, so that's the climb. And here's what we want to do is, there's plenty of waves out there that have been rolling for a long time. And a lot of those we paddle feverishly to try to catch up to. Here's an up-and-coming wave. And when we can catch an up-and-coming wave, you know how that goes. It's a couple good strokes and you're in. You're in the pipeline. You're in what, I'm not literally a surfer, but I certainly would love to be able to do that. But, you get in there, a few good strokes, and you're riding that wave, and you're riding it for a good long time. So that's what I felt about this, is that it was one of those kind of waves. So New York Times, and sometimes, we can get out there and go, oh my goodness gracious, New York Times, stuff like that. There's going to be a whole lot of, it's maybe be a tough climb on the Google rankings or whatever. But let's just take a look at the New York Times and try to get our perspective on that as to how we can use this to our advantage. Magazine circulation, 1.4 plus million. Home and office delivery, 340 plus different markets. Available at 53,300 plus retail outlets nationwide. So instead of seeing this as like, oh my goodness, look what I'm up against, I'm seeing this as these people helped create the wave. Thank you, New York Times Magazine, for helping create this wave. And it's going to be a big one. All right. With that much circulation, this is how big this wave can get. So, yeehaw, wax up the board. Let's go. Here's the board. This is what we did. Decided to, now again, people that know me know that I am in the health and fitness industry, but I'm, definitely, marketing is like, this is what I absolutely love. I mean, I can't do my business, whatever it is, and I got a few ventures out there, without some really good marketing. This is what this is my passion. This is what I love to do. So what I did is, let me do this with marketing, not just with health and fitness, which would seem probably at first glance the natural fit, because of the athletic thing with Olga. But, I decided to come up with this article, Market Your Business Like a 90-Year-Old Track Star. And, we want to get edgy out there. All right, let's not, let's defy the norm. Let's, we want something that's going to pique our curiosity, and certainly marketing your business like a 90-year-old track star just seems kind of counterintuitive. What is that about? Who's this idiot writing this article about? What does that mean? Just briefly, not the absolute end-all be-all of articles that I've ever written as far as eye appeal. There's a whole lot of words leading down to just a few bullet points, which, again, if you've been through my article marketing video, or we've talked about it, that I would profess to say that, quick in, get some good bullets, quick out, let's, make a great article. So anyhow, I don't want to linger on that. We have other videos that can do that. So here's what happened. All right. November 25th was the New York Times article. November 29th, I wrote this article and put it on my blog. So then, where do I publish? Okay, I go to eZine. I publish on eZine. And today's December 7th. It gets published yesterday. All right, so that's what I want to show you. I want to show you just yesterday. This came out. I wish I would have checked it yesterday. I didn't, for whatever reason. But I checked it today. I'm like, oh, I want to see how my article did. It came out yesterday. Let's see how we did. So, eagerly, of course, I go over to Google and I go, hey, you know what? Let's do Olga Kotelko, which I'm certainly not expecting to blow Olga off of her own page. So I'm not on page 1. Not even, and again, I have to look because these things can change minute by minute. Not on page 2, but, it looks like I was on page 3, but it looks like I may have got blown off of page 3 for Olga, which might be a good sign. It might mean that people are actually searching more for her, so I have to dive into that a little bit. So I was just 15 minutes ago on page 3, but let's go with, oh, wait a minute, that's because I spelled her name wrong. Okay, that might be the reason. Okay, here's Olga. All right, so we have, again, not trying to beat her. She has YouTube. She has a lot of images. There are a lot of articles written on her. We'll go straight to page 3, which is where I was. And again, I'm not going to edit this out. We make mistakes. And here I am toward the bottom of page 3. Now, we all know, where do we want to be? We want to be page 1. And we want to be above the fold. But what else do we know? I know this about me, is when I'm telling my friends about this a few days or a week or more later, I'm not remembering Olga's name. I'll be like, oh, and even if I do, am I going to remember how to spell it? So, you know what? When I'm talking about, like, oh my goodness, you know what? It was this woman, she's 90 something, she's a track star, so maybe I'll put in something more like 90-year-old track star. All right. So look what we got. We've got New York Times number 1, New York Times number 2, New York Times number 3, Number 4, there I am, easing. Thank you very much. Number 4, not only just the first page, but way above the fold. I don't have to scroll down. And then number 5. So I'm like, wow, I got number 4 and number 5. And number 5, now easy and I expect, okay, because that's why I use easing, because I want to have that platform to get, to get my board going. But number 5 is, trueyoumarketing.com. I've never solicited these people. I've never asked them to place an ad or anything. So I got some a free spot with them. I wanted to make sure of where it came from. All right. Of course, I want to check them out. Who are these people? It's marketing articles, business articles. Great. And where did they get it? They got it from Easy. So, thank you very much. I mean, here's, not only did I ride the wave, of easing, of getting onto number 4 position, but somebody that picks up their articles, and this is the beauty, and this is what I want to keep saying, is that the reason we go out there is because other people may pick you up, may pick up your articles. It's a very good platform, and that's what happened. I grabbed up number 4 and number 5 position on over 1 million, okay, on over 1 million search result, which again, if you've watched my videos or you work with me, what do I tell you? Oh, 100,000 or less, let's, play it safe when we're going with our head. But when you feel these waves and you feel it's something that's really, I feel this one, what did it cost me? It cost me some time to write the article. It cost me a little bit more time to go over to Easing and put it up. But that's all it cost me. I didn't dig money out of my pocket. I didn't place an ad in New York Times Magazine. I didn't place an ad on, a marketing site. And I did. I was able to get myself out there, get who I am out there in a way that it feels really great. I mean, these are the things. These are the small victories that I want you to have. This is the way that I want you to think about your business. I want you to feel your marketing as that riding the wave. I want you to have fun with this. I don't want it to be all about brain power. We get out of our traditional jobs because we don't want things to be about brain power. We want to be creative. We want to bring us into this and be able to flow. Okay, so go with the flow and get out there and not just listen for words, but listen for the feel of what's going on, and do me a favor. Look me up, find me on Facebook, let me know how you're doing. Okay, I don't need you to find me on Facebook to go, hey Cindy, really great, thanks for the article. Yeah, good. If you want to tell me that, that's awesome. If you want to respond to this video, that's incredible. If you want to link to it, that's great. But here's what I want from you more than that, is I want you to come to me and let me know, give me feedback and say, hey, this is a wave I found, this is the board I used, and this is what happened for me, because I'm excited about that. I'm excited for my own victories that I have, and I want to get excited for yours. So please come look me up, find me. Let's chat it up even. Have a great day. Get out there and ride that wave.